I will bite back. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, if that's not the truest thing ever. And I hate confronting people. There's the door. Hey guys, it's me, Les. Welcome back to my channel. So I decided to stand up in this video because apparently when you stand up, it's better, like you articulate better. Yeah, that's what I heard. So I've been getting feedback on the meme videos I made, and lately people have been saying or feeling as though my reactions or laugh is a little bit forced. You know, that I actually don't find the memes that funny. And I understand why you guys feel that way, but some of the times I just will not feel my best and I'm trying to laugh. That's why I wanted to try doing something a little bit different. You guys seem to like the INFJ video, and people came from Reddit, so in this video I'm going to do traits about INFJs, a more serious video. Let me know if you guys want me to make a video on other personality types, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's get to this. Why INFJs have little to no friends. Number one for INFJs, they don't want a lot of friends. So INFJs are introverts, and while they cherish meaningful friendships, they have little tolerance for people who don't align with their values. Most INFJs don't want a large circle of friends, and that's okay. However, they do struggle with feeling lonely. So do I relate to this? In a sense, sort of, because I don't like to have many friends. I'd rather have like a one for life partner, one for life friend, than have 10 surface level friend conversations. Because actually it's overwhelming, because then you feel as though you have to keep up with everybody, and it's just, especially if there's just surface level conversation. So you want to keep your friend group small. So INFJs, and I agree, I like to keep things very small and tight-knit, you know, very small and tight-knit. INFJs dislike crowds. INFJs prefer quality one-on-one time with close friends to a party full of strangers. Usually they do not prefer to go to clubs or parties when there's a lot of people and they get drained. And I completely agree. I don't go to parties. I don't enjoy going to parties. I get overwhelmed, like just so much loud music, so many people, too much energy around. But hey, I mean, I like to bust a move, you know? I like to bust a move, but not at big parties. Number three, and they dislike conflict even more. All relationships involve some degree of conflict and conflict resolution in order to be healthy, right? Unfortunately, INFJs hate open conflict and will do whatever they can to avoid it, even if that means sacrificing their need for human connection. Yes, I absolutely hate conflict, and I hate confronting people. I hate it. It does not mean people can take advantage. So if you try to, there's the door. I had a hard time saying no because I don't want to disappoint people. I don't want to let them down. But at the same time, it would mess with my well-being. It would make me feel worse, and I was taken advantage of and all that stuff. I hate when problems start. I really do. It makes me stressed, but at the same time, I am learning more to be more comfortable putting my foot down. Really. Yeah, we dislike conflict. One more thing I forgot to add, if someone also doesn't like confrontation, it could just mean that they've had trauma or bad experiences when they have put their foot down with people and said no, that the person has caused a conflict or made it a big mess or caused a big scene or came at them just for that person being upfront and honest and confronting them. So that could be another reason too for people. They are extremely in tune with other people, and that can be draining. They're intuitive and insightful empaths who excel at reading other people. The problem is that they have a difficult time turning off their hypervigilance about others' emotions, which makes socializing even more draining. It is true that we are very intuitive with people. Like, I could just have a sense of things happening. Like, there's been times where I'm like, I feel like you're not okay. This was over text, and they're like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, no, tell me the truth. And they're like, yeah, I'm not okay. I just can tell when something's off. I could just tell. And it's hard to explain this to you guys, but I genuinely can. And that's why sometimes it can be draining, because we absorb people's energies a lot, and why we want alone time. We sometimes feel unhappy, unsatisfied with friendships, and have little to no friends, you know? They tend to want to change other people. Some of their INFJ's greatest qualities are their desire for positive change and forward-thinking attitude, but these great features can be detrimental to their relationships. INFJs can easily spot areas of improvement, and this can manifest as a desire to change or fix other people. While that may work out, it's not sustainable for the long run. So I do agree that I always find myself wanting to help people, wanting to give advice, you know, even the career path I'm going to go down. But it could be tough, because when you look at someone, you want to help them, you want to try helping them, but then you have to remember that change always comes within. And if someone isn't willing to try, and I'm talking about like when people are struggling and when there's something they can change, there's something we can all change. And it's not like we're trying to take you and like flip you around and be like, you should be this way for us, but it's just we notice when people are struggling and we want to help them. It's hard to explain this, y'all. Some things it's hard to explain without making us look bad, in a sense. There could be some INFJs out there who might, you know, have friendships and they try to get the person to be more like them. Not INFJs, I'm saying people in general. Like, they try to get them to like their hobbies more, get them to think more like them, and I know that can happen, you know. Generally, INFJs feel like they can change people, or they want to change people. Depends, actually. They love giving criticism but hate receiving it. Naturally, INFJs often share their ideas for change with others. Constructive criticism can be extremely helpful, but INFJs prefer to be on the giving end than not receiving. They tend to be very hard on themselves. Oh my gosh, if that's not the truest thing ever. In the face of criticism from others, they become overly sensitive. Despite wanting to avoid conflict, the INFJ's dual desire to give criticism and shield themselves from it often creates conflict. Oh my gosh, yes.
You know, this is the thing. I don't like how you made me feel here, and I think you should do this, and I think this is what you're doing.
But I think that you're doing...
Hey, no.
I wouldn't say that I'm stubborn, but I am very hard on myself. For example, my last video on the AI, when I posted it on Reddit to get like opinions, like, you know, to get feedback, some people were saying it was just too fast paced. I didn't take it to heart, but I'm like, oh my gosh, is my anxiety coming through in these videos? Do people think I have anxiety or ADHD or something? Because, you know, I become more hypercritical, but I didn't take it personally, like too personally, like, oh my gosh, my day is ruined. Sometimes I guess we can be perfectionists. Also, in terms of giving criticism, I tend to call people out on their crop sometimes, or like if they're being hypocritical or something, I'll be like, but did you do, but not in like a mean way, just I think it's good to challenge people's ideas and where they might be going wrong, and I think it's good to help each other. But if someone wants to criticize me, or if someone wants to give me constructive feedback and help me and call me out, go for it. I will bite back. No, I'm just kidding. Their expectations are extremely high. INFJs are constant judges, and their high expectations apply to everything around them. Their intense perfectionism applies to themselves, others, their relationships, their environment, and everything around them. Okay, kind of like the last one about the overly critical perfectionism. Yeah, the expectations, yeah, I completely get it. I will be so critical on stupid details. Like if I make a thumbnail, right? And the emoji is this way, I'll be like, should I make it this way? And then I'll spend minutes like deciding the way to do it when you guys don't even pay attention or care. Although thumbnails are really important. They actually are. But it's like I'll be very focused on the little details, or even the way I look. Like sometimes I'll film videos and I'll see like a hair out of place, or I'll see something looking weird on my face, and I'm like, do I have to redo this now? And I did have social anxiety when I was like 12 or 13. I think that happens a lot to people when they go in public when they're growing up, and they feel like everybody's watching them, everybody's judging them, people are looking at them weird. And it is like an issue, right? But then that kind of dissipated because I'm like, people are looking at their own lives. But I do get insecure sometimes. And in terms of high expectations, I think what it is, it's like, treat others the way you want to be treated. So if you treat people kindly, you want people that will treat you kindly. If you do the most for people, you want people to do the most for you. If you're trying to help people, entertain them, you would want the same back. Or you'd want to find people like that, you know, to match your energy, to be in a good relationship. So it's not necessarily high expectations. Like I'd never expect someone to treat me like a queen. It's okay to have standards, guys. Don't make people feel like it's bad to have standards. No, because I think it's worse when you have low standards, you know? Because then you're not going to be happy. They might walk all over you. They might mistreat you. Have standards, y'all. Know your worth. For real.